Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is the solstice, December 21st, 2021. And I just want to welcome you as we gather around the globe. Some of you are already into the 22nd of December, and those of you that are participating today, I really want to just honor and thank you for showing up, for being a part of this group synergy of light as we celebrate, as we honor, as we really come together in this particular window of time. I was noticing out on social media today, which kind of struck me and was just made me smile. Today is the last 21st day of the 21st year in the 21st century. And that was just really wow, right? It was such a interesting sign, if you will, because we are really coming into a incredible shift again. We are ending a 9-year cycle, which has been a very profound one, a very interesting one to be alive in and participate through since the end of the Mayan calendar back in December 21st of 2012. And the last 9 years has really been extraordinary as more and more beautiful beings of light are starting to wake up on the planet. And in that process, and especially in the last few years, that awakening, that embodiment of light has allowed for a deconstruction, an unraveling of the outer world that is so out of alignment. And for the last 9-year cycle, and for many cycles before, we have been really pushing ourselves forward into higher and higher states of consciousness and allowing and being really catalysts for the distortions to fall apart, to fall away, to break, so that the higher consciousness, the higher light on the planet can begin to really come into physical manifestation. And so when we look back over the last 9 years and we go in 9-year cycles, it's really been a profound time of expansion, especially for those of us, many of whom are on this call, and many you know in other circles, in other communities across the globe. We really are the forerunners. We are a few steps, hopefully maybe a few strides, and maybe even a few miles ahead of the collective, as far as really starting to anchor and coming back into awareness of who we really are. And you've all been a part of this. You've all been integral players, whether you are aware of it or not. The light that you hold, the process of awakening, is really profound, and we amplify each other. The collective energy around the globe of the relatively small numbers still in the grand scheme of things of the beautiful souls that are beginning to awaken, beginning to remember, beginning to question what is playing out in the reality. And so, this last 9 year cycle, I want to just take a moment and really honor the work, the growth, the path that you have been on, whether it's for the last 40 years, the last 30, or just the last few, not even a full 9 year cycle, but really honor the fact of the progress that you have made at a soul level in this beautiful process of ascension. And as we continue, it is a constant state of death and rebirth that we go through. Every single day, every single moment is truly a death and a rebirth. It is the perpetual now moment. And we have really managed to continue on this cycle. And today, on this solstice, brings us through another ending, and in the same breath, a new beginning. The solstice and the precession of the equinoxes and the solstice have always been key dates of profound movement and alignment in the cosmos. And we have celebrated it on some level for all of this civilization. And as we are in the modern world, as we are very much moving into new states of consciousness, that awareness of the honoring of the old cycle and the birthing of the new is really important, especially at this particular this particular conjunction, there's the word, of time. And although everything is the quantum now moment playing out simultaneously, we are still perceiving in a very linear fashion. And so it's really important to recognize and to honor the path that we have transversed, the work that we have done, the inner growth that has happened in the last 9 years. And as we do that and honor and really recognize how important each and every one of us has been on the journey, and to feel that light and feel that love across all of our communities of those around us, those that we cultivate friendships and community with, that are the light workers, who are the way showers, who are leading the way into higher states of consciousness. And so I just really remember so vividly the 2021, or the December 21st, 2012 date. That particular day is etched into my mind. And I'm really been in contemplation the last few days of how far we've all come in this 9-year cycle. And in that same breath, the excitement of where we will be at the end of the next 9-year cycle. Because we are awakening at an accelerated rate. We are moving into higher states of consciousness at an accelerated rate. And so for me, that brings a state of inner joy and anticipation that is not always looking for the next thing, but truly excited that we are in position, we are in a state of awakening that will allow for that rapid awareness to come into our daily experience. and hopefully out into the broader humanity. So just take a nice, beautiful, deep breath and really think about and honor the journey that you have been on, the journey we have all been on, as we honor this particular reset that is happening for this particular window of time. And of course, the solstice energy always begins a few days before and lasts for several days after. So it's not one pinpoint moment, it is a window, a wave of energy. And as we continue to walk through this particular solstice energy, to really honor yourself. The journey has not always been easy. And relatively, our lives are incredibly blessed and incredibly easy in comparison to maybe 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago. And really honor, even though we are sitting at the cutting edge, the courage, the strength, the dedication, and the inner knowing that drives us at such a deep, profound level to continue the path of awakening.